Over the last few months, we've been on the tough journey towards fighting an aggressive form of colorectal cancer. But this week, we're out working on the van and we're excited to share with you some important cancer news.
Sort of overwhelmed. It took us a while to be able to put it into words, I think, like what we'd heard, really.
We're staying in the bus tonight.
Finally.
It's
been ages since we've been out here. And the last time we were out here was Christmas Eve, I think.
Yeah, and you had COVID.
And I had COVID. And now it's a lot warmer. Felt like spring today, actually. And we've got the nice big new heater in. So it's super toasty in here.
Yeah, it's nice.
So the kids are sleeping in there.
Yeah, sleeping in there with my parents. And we're sleeping out here on the garden.
Yeah.
But it feels nice because it just gives us like a positive vibe to be in here, and it makes us happy to be here, and it feels like a good setup to start chemo again on Monday.
Yeah, we're 2 days away from chemo again, and it's the last round of chemo. We've got through 3 rounds so far.
Yeah, I feel quite positive this time. Last time was really hard for me.
Yeah.
But now I feel fit for fight.
That's really good, because the 3rd round was the toughest emotionally.
Yeah.
But round 4, we're,
Fit for fight
and, bring it on sort of thing. And we've had some really good news from the scan results, which we'll share with you tomorrow when we're a little bit less tired.
Yeah.
So stick around for that, and we'll see you in the morning.
I think so.
What are we doing today, Charlie?
We're
in our really big bus, aren't we? We're going to cut some wood.
Yeah.
Because we're going to put the floor back together, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because we finished the heater.
Yeah.
So it's nice and warm in here now. Now we need to make it look nice, don't we?
Yeah.
Are you helping as well? Cheese. Poser. What are you guys doing in here?
Just trying out the bed
Yeah. Is it comfy?
with overalls on because she don't like taking them on, so I don't want to fight her again.
Yeah, so a day working on the van. It feels really nice today. It's starting to feel like spring, finally. The gross, horrible cold weather is on its way out, and it's really clear and sunny. We've got the last round of chemo tomorrow. It starts tomorrow. And I think we're both going into it with a fighting spirit this time. Obviously, my fighting spirit doesn't really matter that much, but Molly feels a lot more positive this time, which is good. I think she's starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel a little bit now. And we've had some really good news from the hospital. So we mentioned in a previous video, in the last video I think, that Molyn was having some scans done, and that was a couple of weeks ago. And a few days ago we got a phone call from the surgical team at the hospital, and they said it was very good news. They said the scans looked overwhelmingly positive, and they booked Molyn in for a small procedure called a proctoscopy to see if there was any tumour left. So obviously when you get a phone call like that, we didn't know what to say. We were just absolutely, completely overwhelmed, and we had a wave of emotion come over us. And it turns out that during this examination, they did find a little bit of the tumour left, but because of where it was sat and how small it is, it wasn't picked up on the MRI. So Molyn's tumour at the beginning was 10 centimetres in diameter, which in terms of sizes of tumours, that's pretty big. It was said to be very aggressive and a very large tumour. So the fact that there's not enough of it left to be picked up on an MRI is obviously positive. It seemed like regardless of the outcome of this examination, they'd already decided on what the next step was for Molyn. Yeah, so good news, wasn't it?
Yeah, great news.
We've had a very happy weekend and just sort of buzzing a little bit, really.
Yeah.
With the nice weather and stuff.
Yeah.
So it seemed like whatever sort of happened in this examination that we had, or that Molyn had on Thursday, that they'd already really made a decision on what happens next.
Yeah, because in our heads when they said it looks really good was, is there not going to be surgery? Or
Yeah.
is the surgery like going to be smaller kind of thing? It is going to be smaller.
Yeah, from their perspective, it's an easier surgery, they said.
Yeah, exactly. But for me, it's still going to be as major kind of thing because they still want to take out my uterus because the tumor has been pressing so much against it. So there's a big risk that it's going to be cancer there in a few years kind of thing. And because they're going to take out quite a big bit of my intestines, and that means that the uterus falls back and that they can't see it as well, which means that they can't see the cancer until it's really bad. So to not have to go through this again, they've said they want to take out the uterus, and even though there's basically no tumor left, they're still going to take out a big bit of the intestine because of how affected the lymph nodes are and stuff, to make sure that it doesn't come back.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be as big bit as they thought it would be, because now they've said that I might not need a, I don't know how to say it,
Colostomy bag.
Yeah. Which was a thing where they've said like you're going to need a permanent one forever kind
Definitely,
of thing.
yeah.
And that's going to be a definite thing. But because I responded so well to the treatment, it's not a definite thing anymore. But they won't know that until I'm in surgery.
No, exactly. So after they've removed the part where the tumour was, they'll put in like a small artificial connection to connect it back up and hope that it heals properly. And if so, then yeah, there's a chance at least now that you won't need a bag, which is nice for you.
Yeah.
It's one of the big things that that's been on your mind, hasn't
Yeah.
it? So that's a massively positive thing.
We're going to get more information about this in the next meeting. They didn't want to give us all the information at once. They thought that like the information about that it's good news and a small bit of the surgery information was enough for one day. So we don't know too much about anything yet, like
No.
how it's going to work and how it's going to be and whatever. We just know that it's good news basically.
Yeah, that was pretty much the takeaway, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just that it's a massively positive thing and
Yeah.
really, really good news.
And the big thing as well, that's the difference, is that now they said that they basically they can't ever promise, but basically promise that I'm gonna be cancer free after the surgery.
It was really nice to hear them say that,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Because I sort of asked again just to clarify, because obviously that's a huge, huge thing to say. But they said you'll be cancer free at the end of it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, those are the words that you want to hear.
Yeah.
Like, when you've gone through all this. I mean, they started the meeting by saying, we know you've had a really tough go of treatment and it's not normally like that, but it's all been worth it.
Yeah.
It took us a while to be able to put it into words, I think, like what we'd heard,
Yeah.
really. We were ready for luck to be on our side a little bit.
Yeah.
And it feels like, somebody was looking out for us this time.
Yeah, and it feels like all the treatment been worth it, even though I've been feeling like shit.
Yeah. We've got one more round of chemo to get through, and that starts tomorrow.
Yeah, and then it's 4 to 6 weeks, and then the surgery.
Yeah.
So we got a few weeks of feeling good and enjoying life a bit before we start surgery and all the rehab that comes with that.
Yeah. But we got to look at it one step at a time and one foot in front of the other and take it bit by bit.
Bit by bit.
Yeah. So I think we'll leave it there for this week. Thanks very much once again for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Join us next week as we face the fourth and final emotional round of chemotherapy and see the actual process of how they remove a PICC line. Perhaps you too will be surprised at how much it resembles starting a lawnmower. See you next Friday.